That was cool. Hello, y'all. So I am back for another round of work with me. Actually got up a little bit earlier today because sleep is not happening. How are y'all doing? How is your Tuesday going? I don't know if it's like the new moon or what, but I'm just trying to do the best I can. But how are y'all doing? Let me know if you're joining me. Give me an emoji or one word. How are you doing on this Tuesday morning? And I am going to get myself together. I am doing well. I'm excited. My mom is coming to visit me, so I have a lot to do before she gets here. You know, the clean before she comes, because I'm procrastinating on that. Um, and she's going to be here for probably like almost 2 weeks. We're going to go to Orlando this weekend to see my niece do a volleyball tournament. So I'm just trying to get a lot of things done before that because that will cause a bit of disruption. We also have the 10 pages in 2 days writing retreat this weekend. So if you haven't gotten your ticket, why not? What you waiting for? You want to come. We've been doing this. I had this random idea last year about this time, but it took me, I would say, until May to actually implement it. And I kept thinking, what would help people write? Like, people say they just need dedicated time to write. So I created this 2 day retreat. But then I realized not only do you need dedicated time to write, you need a process. And I wanted to give people who maybe finished your dissertation wasn't quite right for them, but I wanted to give them an opportunity of like how to learn a routine to write. Because many of you, I used to do this as well, will go to a writing retreat where you'll have 2, 3, 4 days of endless, undistracted, I don't even know if that's word, time, but then you walk away from that retreat and you don't have anything done. And it's because you thought time was the issue. And while that was part maybe of your challenge, what you really need is a routine to help you keep going. Like, how do you get yourself working in 60 seconds or less? And that's a lot of what we talk about in the 10 pages in 2 days writing retreat. I am giving you a process. You're going to see me do it in these work with me sessions, but I'm giving you a process to follow. I was just coaching someone yesterday who was like, I wrote 45 pages this month and I still feel like I didn't do anything. Hear what I just said. She feels like she didn't do anything. A lot of the coaching that I do is about that part, but I give her a process, right? She has a process like everybody else has a process and finish her dissertation in Qual Scholars where she could put words on a page. Once you hang out with me, putting words on a page is not going to be the issue. What you're going to want to work towards is how you build up your confidence. How do you build up self-trust? So we talk a lot about that. Please join us this weekend. You will not regret it. It is fully worth the entire investment. Okay, right now. So, speaking of a routine to get started, because I don't want to spend all my time yapping here, I want to get some work done. And maybe if I have some time left over at the end, maybe we could do some talking. So, the first thing I do, and I'm getting my notebook, and I encourage you to do, is before you read a thing, before you try to jump into writing, take some time and just empty out your brain. What I'm going to do, get my little tracker here. I take a little notebook like this, and I'm just going to write a sentence for each line. My only job is to fill up the page. I'm not trying to write about anything in particular. I'm not trying to make sure I spell anything correctly. I'm just simply trying to empty out my brain. After I do this, I also pull some tarot cards. That's just my personal practice. I pull 3 cards. I want to know what I can expect for my relationships, my business, and my finances. And then I pull like a confirmation card. And then after that, I'm tracking the basics. So inside of Qual Scholars, we follow the 5 scholar basics. It's an effort to take care of ourselves, drinking 64 ounces of water, laying down or sleeping for 7 hours, moving your body for 10 minutes, journaling for 10 minutes, and writing a shitty paragraph. And so I just track mine. Usually I put it on the refrigerator, but I just put it in my notebook. So I'm just going to track what I did yesterday. And then my final step in this first stretch of time is I'm going to go back to the plan that I created yesterday, that I started yesterday, and I'm going to choose what are the 1 to 2 things that I'm going to do for the rest of this working session. All of this should take me roughly 20 to 25 minutes. So it's going to be my first Pomodoro session. Why do I do this? It's because it's getting me into action. I do this every morning, or I try to. It's a practice. Sometimes it doesn't happen. But I try to do this every morning because it gets me going. Your first hurdle, usually when you sit down to work or write, is getting yourself into the momentum of it all. So I don't try to do the hard thing first. I do my daily routine. I empty out my brain. I look at what my basics are looking like. I pull my cards and I look at my plan. And then from there, I will get to work. Try this out. Humor me. If you never journaled before a working session, or especially a writing session, try it out. Let me know how that goes. So I am going to set this Pomodoro up. Um, make sure I find the right page here. Okay, so I'm going to put 25 minutes up. I encourage you to follow along with me. There will be a 5-minute break, but I'll come back and let you know. It'll be a 5-minute break, and then we will do another round. So I'm committed to at least 3 Pomodoro rounds, if not more, before I start talking. So that for those of you who are working ahead, you could feel free. Even when I start talking, you could just feel free to just keep working. A lot of people and FYD especially will come to a call and I'm just yapping away and they're just working. So it's like having me on a podcast. All right, let me stop rambling. Let's do this. I'll put on some lo-fi music as well. How did that go? That 25 minutes went by fast. I did the things. I emptied out my brain. I pulled my cards. I pulled the card for y'all. If you're interested, I got the Hierophant. It was upside down. The Hierophant represents a lot of things. It represents like current systems. I like to think about it in this case that it represents higher education. And because it was reversed, and my confirmation card is a King of Wands, all of this is just saying that today the energy is go. Don't overthink. Stop trying to do things the right way. Stop trying to do things that you think your chair would like, or your supervisor would like, or your parents would like, whomever you see in a position of authority. Try to just do things your way. This is very broad because I'm doing it very broad for everybody who's watching me. But this is about like, you're going to go fast. You're going to make mistakes. That's the point. But you won't find what works for you or how you want to express yourself if you don't just allow yourself to be creative and produce. So that is my card for you today. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to stay here with y'all, but this is our break in between sessions. Excuse me. It is important that you take regular breaks while you're working. Otherwise, you will burn out. Right? You could work all day today and think that you're going to do the same thing tomorrow and Thursday. But if you don't take a break, your body will sit you down. And what that looks like, because some of you may not realize that what's happening when you go to write or work is that your body is telling you need a break. So for instance, if you are sitting down and it's taking you longer than a couple of minutes to get into work mode, it might be time for a break. If you find that you are rereading the same sentence over and over, it might be time for a break. If you find that you just keep getting up because something I need to go get a snack. I need to go refill my water. Oh, I need to go do this. Oh, I forgot about that one thing. Yes, it could be ADHD, but it could also be that you need a break. And I know that's a bad word around these parts, to take a break, but you are not a robot. This is your reminder that you are a human who can only output so much energy. And if you spent all morning, all day, or maybe this past weekend giving to other people and you didn't take a break and you didn't rest or you didn't do anything for you, it would make sense that you can get to a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday and feel like you don't have anything in the tank and you can't do the work that you want to do on your plan. You could say, but I got to push through. I can't be lazy. I'm saying that it's a cost associated with pushing through. That as painful as it might be, you may just need to take a break so that you can save the rest of your week. Hear what I said? So you can save the rest of your week. You may have to sacrifice this Tuesday so that you could save the rest of the week. So that message was for somebody. Okay. Can you let me know what is one thing that you're going to get done in the next 30 minutes? We are about to go and go into our next Pomodoro session. What is one thing that you're going to get done in the next 30 minutes? Let me know in the chat. You're about to code your transcripts. I see that. How many can you code in the next 30 minutes? I am going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to finish. I was also able to upload my podcast, which I forgot to do yesterday. Y'all, for real. Now, that did slip my mind. If you would have asked me yesterday, I was like, yeah, I did it. I recorded it with y'all, but I forgot to press the button. So I'm pressing the button now. So that's uploading. What I'm going to do in the next 30 minutes is there are a few messages I need to check on my Asana board. So I'm going to respond to that. I am going to work on stuff for this weekend for the 10 pages in 2 days writing retreat. So I'm going to schedule reminder emails and make sure everybody has the Zoom link and everything. So again, if you haven't signed up, what you doing? Go sign up. And if I still have time after that, let's see what else is on this plan that I could do in a little quick 5 or 10 minutes. I will post on Instagram. That's what I'll do. So let me go back. What did I say I would do? I'm going to finish uploading this, which I think I have like 2 more minutes left on the podcast. I am going to answer there's a few emails on Asana. I'm going to schedule reminder emails for the 10 pages in 2 days writing retreat. And if time is left over, I am going to post on Instagram. So if you see a post on Instagram, then you know I made it to that part of the list. But that's probably aggressive for 25 minutes of a Pomodoro session. But I love a challenge. And we still have more time after that. Okay, so work on actually writing about findings. Um, Margot, I challenge you to look at the finding one, like whatever that looks like on your notes. Open up a voice note app so you can use your phone. I like to use Otter, which is a website. It's an app as well, but I use the website. And I want to challenge you to verbally brain dump everything that you know or you're thinking about when it comes to findings one. Don't worry about if it sounds academic or if you even make sense. Most likely the first couple of like minutes is going to be like, this is dumb. I don't even know why Dr. Lacy suggested this. I don't want to do this. I just need to write. If you can push past those first 2 or 3 minutes and keep talking, eventually you will start to talk about findings one. So I challenge you to do that for like 10 minutes. Take the transcript of that. And if you're comfortable uploading it to somebody's AI, you could do this right in Otter if you're using Otter and say, hey, clean this up. I don't want you to change my words. I don't want you to add anything to it. I just want you to remove filler words or ums and put it into paragraphs. And then that way you'll have a starting place to start editing and moving things around. So let me know how that works. Okay. Uh, Shanice, did I say your name right? I'm planning on working on my chapter 2 rough draft in the next section, specifically on the subsection Black characters worth of empathy. Planning on working on my chapter 2 rough draft. Okay, so I'm going to say the same thing to you, Shanice, if you can verbally talk about that, because I have a feeling if you verbally talk about Black characters worth of empathy, that you're going to find that that's more than a section of your chapter 2, that it might be the entire section if you just give yourself 10 minutes to word dump out. But let me know how that goes for y'all. Let me see here on Instagram. Mimi's going to do an audio recording as part of Findings discussion chapter. And I'm going to get through half of a transcript. Okay, great. All right, y'all. We got a plan. We're all set. Let's go. Oh, and my phone is ringing. Hold on. I got to call my friend back. Okay, so let's go to another 25-minute session. Happy writing. I'm over here. You guys see me over here just like yapping away. I'm talking to my friend Danielle on the FaceTime while I'm doing these tasks. Here's what I've been able to do. Let me make sure y'all can see my face because I know it's small on the Instagram. I responded to emails, but there were a couple that need me to do some back end troubleshooting. So I did that. Some of you who booked dissertation breakthrough sessions, you couldn't see any available time. So I did fix that. So if you just refresh your browser, you should be able to book your session. If you haven't scheduled a dissertation breakthrough session, why not? Especially if you're seriously, if you're someone who like you need more guidance, you need accountability about what to do from week to week, you want to schedule that. What we're going to do in 45 minutes is I'm going to learn a lot about you, but I'm also going to help you create a very detailed plan that will help you for the next 30 days and beyond. Depending on where you are and how much capacity you have, we can make a plan for 30 days. We can make a plan for 90 days for the rest of the year. Sometimes, though, people are like, just tell me what to do for this week. We use the time for whatever is going to be best for you. But people walk away feeling so hopeful, so inspired from a 45-minute session. So you could do that. You can go to qualscholars.com/breakthrough or just go to the website. It should be there. So that's what I was working on. I also had to troubleshoot uploading my podcast. I had to go do some editing because it wasn't working. So hopefully for real it's going to upload. I know the audio version is ready. And I'm also just catching up with Danielle as I was doing those things. Um, After this, for this last Pomodoro session, I'm going to wrap up this and I am going to post on Instagram because I didn't get to that part. And I'm going to, what else am I going to do? That's probably it. I probably should stop loading things and I'm going to come back and talk to y'all. How did things go for those of you who were doing voice notes? Let me know. You probably are still working. So let me know how that went. And somebody said they were going to send a request to be a part of a research team. If you're still here, how is that going? How did it go to get through your first half of your transcript? Mimi, how did your recording go? Y'all let me know. Give me updates. I am going to put another 25 minutes back on this um, timer if I can find it. But this is really helping me. Thank y'all for being here with me. Okay, very, very well. Oh, we got two berries. I love that. It's my favorite hack for writing. Like verbally saying what I think I want to say when I'm writing helps me to get out of my head because when I'm actually writing, I just want to, edit and watch for misspellings. But when I just verbalize, listen, I could write a whole book in so quick, which is how I wrote that book last year so quickly because it was mostly me talking and then editing. Try it out if you haven't. But let me know what you're going to do for this last Pomodoro session. And I'm going to set the timer again that is set. So y'all can see me. Okay, happy working, y'all. It'll be back when the timer goes off again. Okay, y'all. How did it go? Let me bring my face. How did that session go? I did the things I said I was going to do, except upload on Instagram, because how can I upload when I'm going live? So that was just a mental oversight on my part. But I have completely cleaned out some inboxes. That wasn't on my original list, but it was on my weekly plan. So I'm feeling good. Something I want you to think about is when you have tasks on your list that are hard for you to do, how do you help yourself to do it? One way, I need to body double, which is partly why I'm doing this work with me session, but also why I'm talking to my friend Danielle, because I'm sure some people would be like, isn't that distracting? No, she is helping me do things that it like makes me feel like I'm gonna crawl out of my skin to do. Emails is one of those things. I don't know why I keep trying to make myself love them and maybe at least like them, but and I have support with them, but I have to respond. Anyway, so I've just been cleaning out like all the spam messages. One day I keep thinking in my brain that I'm gonna sit down and unsubscribe from all these, like, you know how you like put your number when you go to, like, I don't know, Bath and Body Works or something. I need to unsubscribe from all of those because that's what's clocking up my box, and I spend most of my time just deleting them. It's not even productive. Um, but I am just cleaning out inboxes. Episodes are released. So if you want to know about this new moon in Pisces, you can go to Spotify, would probably be the easiest, and look up Happy, Free, and Paid, and you can listen to that episode. I did it yesterday if you was not here. Okay. I'm gonna do one more Pomodoro round. I do have a 1 o'clock, so I'm probably gonna be a little bit late. It's like a mixer, so I don't think I need to be on time. We're gonna do one more round and then we're gonna call it a day. So I want to know, how are you gonna finish up this working session? I thought I was gonna come in here and talk, y'all, but I'm in a mode. What are you going to do? So what can help you feel like in the next 25 minutes, what can help you feel like I crushed Tuesday? Like if you can get this one last thing off your list, you can feel good about however the rest of the day goes. You feel good that you showed up for yourself. For me, I know I will post when we're done here. Let's see what else is on my list because I did the things. Um, my friend Danielle is probably gonna probably coach me. My brain, I've been in my head a lot, y'all. I've been in my head overthinking just everything, overthinking content, overthinking how I'm showing up in business, how I'm showing up in life. And I'm over it. I'm over me, I'm over myself. And what I do is I go get coached. Sometimes it's a friend, sometimes it's someone that I like formally have a coaching agreement with. And so I did meet with my coach who I talk to every Tuesday morning. And that was like the first layer to tell me I'm ridiculous. Now, she would never tell me I'm ridiculous, but that's how I translate it. And I'm going to finish that conversation or maybe process that out with my friend while I do some other tasks that are easy to just check off that I could talk to someone. So, me saying that out loud, what is on this list that I could do that would be easy to check off? Um, I am going to respond to maybe, yeah, I'll respond to DMs. That's what I'll do. So that's how I will finish, and it'll make me feel like a win. What about you? Let me know in the chat what you're going to do for this next Pomodoro session so we can keep each other accountable and let's finish strong. I always say like the last one is the best one. Okay, so you're grading. Kristen, I feel like you're always grading. My heart goes out to you because I would just give everybody an A. This is why I don't, that's why I'm not teaching anyone. Mimi, upload your recording, share accountability measures with me, print necessary data for future processing, all easy check off items. Yeah, I'm in easy mode along with you. Still coding, you're in the zone. Don't let us distract you out the zone. Okay, y'all, let me do our final start here. And then I will see y'all in 25 minutes. Okay. We did it, y'all. Can you hear me okay? Yes. Okay, I'm unmuted. How did that go? Those 2 hours went by really quickly. I did check my DMs. So I did respond to those. And I was in Circle responding to messages. And it's bringing up a topic that I'm going to come back later on tonight because I'm already late for this 1 p.m. thing. But tonight I want to talk about someone posted in the group that she was meeting with her chair. We have the expectation that you communicate with your chair at least once a week and you actually see them, whether on Zoom or in person, at least once a month. And she went to her meeting and her chair was like, okay, this has been great. We've been checking in, but I need you to put words on a page and I need you to get done with the proposal. And when your chair could say something like that, right? Like I think about when my chair was like, girl, you got 2 months, right? That can bring up all this panic and this fear and this uncertainty. And she was asking, how do you work through it? Has anybody experienced that and how do you work through it? So I want to actually go live on that later on because it's going to take longer than just a few seconds to really talk through it. And I want to think more about like how to give you tangible advice. So let's do that. I'm going to pick up my mom from the airport. So I probably will be on here probably around like 8 o'clock, 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern. So we'll have a good late night conversation about that. So somebody please hold me to that. Send me a message so I don't forget. I'm going to write it down. But, the North Spicy be real spicy sometimes. So I'm going to do that. And I hope that this was helpful to y'all. I hope you were able to get some things done midday. Tomorrow I will be back at 11, but we'll also have, we'll also have our Wednesday afternoon Right With Us session, which is from noon to 2 p.m. Eastern. So I will remind you tomorrow, but if you want to join us in Circle and in Zoom, you can do that by joining the free community. The link should definitely be in the bio, or you can come to Qual Scholars and it should be there. But we do this every Wednesday where we have a 2-hour writing session that's open to anybody who wants to join. I'm just doing this week to help myself, but it might be something that it might be a reoccurring thing because I'm really liking this and this has been really easy. All right. Let me know. You can send me a DM. Oh, Mimi is going to send me a folder with, updated information. Thank you. And Mimi I want to say a shout out to you for helping, for keeping me accountable to showing up to these sessions. Because without it, I would have still been in bed. I'm not going to hold y'all. But we did great. We did a full productive 2 hours. Let me go. I will see y'all later on tonight and definitely see you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.